a Thursday, time for the prime time news here on the desk of KUTV News at 9. My good name is Yvonne, Kemuma, and many thanks for choosing KUTV to keep you informed tonight. Let's get a brief intro before we continue. On the sign language interpretation is Francis Okinyi. To engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya and at Kemuma_Monari. We are streaming live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya. Let's begin. Now, President William Ruto's tour in Ukambani region has continued to take on a more political tone just a day after fiercely attacking his opponents while in Makueni. Today, the president maintained the same message while in Mwingi Kitui County, insisting that the kind of politics Kenyans now want are those focused on development and not discrimination or tribalism.
Mwingi hii haiwezi kubadilishwa na siasa chafu ya ukabila na migawanyiko na chuki.
Once again, President William Ruto has launched another round of attacks against the opposition on the second day of his visit to the Ukambani region.
Soko kama hii inaweza kujengwa na uchochezi wa ukabila ama chuki? Si namna hiyo. Ndio mimi nawauliza wale wengine wote wanazungusha hii dunia, wanatusumbua, hawa hawana shares, wale wako na shares, sijui nani. Hiyo ni ujinga.
The president urged the residents of Kitui County to ignore politicians who promote tribal and divisive politics for their own selfish interests.
Mtu akikuja achochee ukabila hapa, hii dunia itabadilika. Mwingi hii na Kitui itabadilishwa na miradi na mipango ya maendeleo. Kama hii soko, hiyo barabara tunajenga, stima tuwaongezee.
Ruto was accompanied by other Kenya Kwanza leaders where he inspected the new Kamungo market in the area. Ruto, together with his deputy president Professor Kithure Kindiki, took the opportunity to campaign for themselves.
Mimi nimekuja hapa mambo ya maendeleo. Mwingi hii na Kitui itabadilishwa na miradi na mipango ya maendeleo. That is how Mwingi, Kitui and Kenya is going to change.
For 8 years hii barabara ilikuwa hapa, lakini sasa inaenda kunyoroshwa. Soko ndio hii rais ameleta. Sasa sisi tuko sawa na tunasemaje?
He emphasized that some people are plotting to divide the government, but warned the government belongs to the people of Kenya.
Kila mwananchi Kenya hii ako na shares kwa serikali ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo msituletee ujinga. Na serikali si ya wanaume 2-3 wameenda kuketi chini kwa hoteli ati wanapanga, wewe chukua 50%, wewe chukua 20%. Na hawa wananchi wote percentage yao iko wapi?
Umescore kwa sababu rais wale walikuwa hakuna mwenye amekanyanga huku akiwa kwa kiti.
Kukaa karibu na president sijawahi tangu nisaliwe. Saa hii tuko juu hata bottom half.
President William Ruto is expected to conclude his tour of the Ukambani region this coming Saturday.
Tunasemaje?
Rose Kaguku, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, Kenya has hit a historic milestone as remittances from its diaspora surpass 1 million trillion shillings, a record that goes to show the undeniable role of Kenyans working abroad in contributing to the national economy. These findings were revealed by the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Musalia Mudavadi, who spoke at the ministry's headquarters.
Speaking during the third quarterly media briefing on foreign policy at the ministry headquarters, Mudavadi described diaspora remittances as a vital economic pillar, supporting households and contributing directly to national development. Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi says diaspora remittances are a key pillar of Kenya's economy, supporting households and national development, while the government commits to protecting Kenyans abroad and ensuring their contributions boost the country's growth agenda.
Our missions are constantly rescuing citizens who manage to reach the missions in bad shape. There may be many out there waiting to be rescued. We appeal to Kenyans to undertake due diligence at all times. To mitigate this, the government further continues to encourage all Kenyans seeking employment opportunities abroad to do so through agencies that have been vetted by the Ministry of Labor.
Mudavadi highlighted the governor's proactive approach to protecting Kenyans from exploitation, partially in high-risk regions such as Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Since 2022, over 500 Kenyans have been successfully rescued and repatriated from situations of forced labor, human trafficking, and abusive working conditions.
Kenyan applicants apply for the job, they are quickly interviewed and offered the job. The victims have been swindled to travel on tourist visas, procure one-way tickets, and book for non-existent hotel reservations. Since July 2022, reports indicate that many young Kenyans have fallen victim. And you can see the platforms they use, so they know who their targets are.
Mudavadi says bilateral agreements with Gulf countries expand diaspora employment, generating family income, supporting national development, while 1 trillion Kenyan shillings in remittances now surpasses traditional agricultural export earnings.
From the meeting that I've just come from at the Kenya School of Government, this figure has actually now hit 1 trillion. Kenyans in the diaspora have, as at November 2025, now remitted, hit the 1 trillion mark. In recent past, Kenya has engaged with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, ranked as the 3rd largest global labor market for foreign workers, employing over 200,000 Kenyans. We are seeking an additional agreement for skilled and semi-skilled workers, and this is pending approval from Saudi Arabia.
The event brought together Principal Secretaries Dr. Koril Singoi and Ms. Roslyn Kadhure Njogu, alongside senior ministry officials and representatives of the media. Mudavadi concluded the briefing by reaffirming the government's commitment to transparent diplomacy, protection of Kenyan workers abroad, and the strategic harnessing of diaspora resources to accelerate national development. Linda Nzilu, KUTV.
Now, moving on, 3 people from Ili Meshuki village in Transmara West sub-county have been arrested by police officers after they were caught by local residents stealing electric cables from a power distribution project being implemented in the area. According to the area assistant chief, Mr. Samuel Saidimu, the main suspect is the site supervisor of the project, George Omondi. Other suspects arrested are Agnes Muikali and Eric Musomba. The incident follows President William Ruto's directive of the installation of electricity in the village. The suspects are being held at Kilgoris police station, waiting to be taken to court.
Mwito OCS, Kilgoris police station, tukaandamana naye, tukampata watu wanaume wawili na mwanamke mmoja. Mwingine alikuwa ametoroka, ameepa akatoroka, lakini tukanasa watatu. Currently tukaleta mpaka kwa station, sasa kwa station Kilgoris police station, of which kesho watapelekwa kotini. So tunashangaa supervisor ambaye amepewa achunge hii project ya stima, niye mwenyewe ndio sasa amekuwa mhusika mkuu, anaiba, anauza vitu illegally, mawaya ya stima, cables. Mbeleni alikuwa amehusika, ameuza drum 6 na black cable drum. So tunashangaa hii maendeleo stima tumeletewa na Mheshimiwa Rais Ruto kwamba tuweke stima, lakini walagai wamekuwa kama huyu George supervisor ndiye anauza na turudisha huko, na tulikuwa tumefurahi, wananchi walikuwa wamefurahia, lakini awakora sasa wanaiba vitu ya stima wanauza.
Now, Nyeri law courts have launched a month-long drive which is aimed at expediting and hearing conclusion of children cases as a part of the efforts of upholding the rights of children. The campaign, which has been dubbed the Children's Service Month, is also seeking to strengthen the collaboration among actors in the justice legal systems and ensure timely administration of justice for the minors. Speaking during the launch of the campaign on Wednesday, Nyeri presiding judge Maureen Odero emphasized on the urgent need for joint collaboration in safeguarding children's rights and protecting the welfare of the minors within the justice system.
Cases involving children are 112, out of which 75, unfortunately, are sexual offenses. And this is a number which, in our view, is far too high. The children's civil cases number 81, and the children who are in need of care and protection are 58. The High Court, where I sit, and the Court of Appeal also handle children's matters, especially we deal with matters of murder and adoption cases, although these ones are not so many. They are quite few in number.
Now, the government has intensified efforts to instill national values among children and young people, unveiling a new training manual aimed at guiding parents on a value-based upbringing. This initiative comes amidst growing concerns about youth unrest, rising online hostility, and increasing disregard for leadership and societal norms. Our reporter Anyango Sylvia with the details.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through the State Department for National Government Coordination, has unveiled a training manual for nurturing national values in children and youth.
Really slowly, and then you stay there. Once you have lifted it, you wait.
Speaking during the launch at the Kenya Railways headquarters, the Secretary for National Cohesion and Values, Josiah Musilu, said the manual provides a structured framework to train and sensitize parents on nurturing positive values to reduce social ills.
The future of any nation lies in the hands of its children and youth. Nurturing the essential values in this segment of the community is a cornerstone for building a responsible, united, progressive society. As the future custodians of a nation's heritage and development, young people must be guided to embrace values from a very early age. National values form the foundation necessary for growth, social harmony, and national development, and are essential for building a strong and harmonious society.
In light of rising youth protests and growing contempt for leaders, the head of state has been advocating responsible parenting to counter online hostility and promote mutual respect. Representing the Principal Secretary for the State Department for National Government Coordination, Dr. Aurelia Rono, PS Parliamentary Affairs in the Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, said the initiative aims to empower parents and communities to instill integrity, patriotism, social justice, and other core national values.
Many young people are growing up without the positive attitudes, moral grounding, and social competencies required to become responsible citizens and future leaders. The training manual, therefore, serves a clear purpose to build the capacity of parents and caregivers to inculcate the natural values in children and youth. This manual is a tangible demonstration of the government's commitment to strengthening the family unit as the cornerstone of social order and national cohesion.
The Media Council of Kenya also participated in training the first cohort of 50 parents from Kisumu and Nairobi. The launch honors World Values Day, celebrated on October 16th. The training is expected to be rolled out to other counties in line with Article 10 of the Constitution, which champions national values and integrity. Anyango Sylvia, KUTV.
Well, that report by Anyango Sylvia takes us to our first break here on KUTV News at 9, and then on the other end we'll be coming back with more, particularly in the health sector, so stay tuned.
Miti Panda Panda. Our planet's future in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On Earth Check, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of Action. Welcome.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the quote the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback for Raila Odinga.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians.
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Yvonne Kemuma.
And we are back. Remember to engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya and at Kemuma_Monari. We are streaming live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya. Now, in Garissa County, the fight against female genital mutilation and gender-based violence continues to face major setbacks, with stakeholders now pointing to deep-rooted cultural beliefs to be the biggest stumbling block. As Rose Kaguku reports, surveys show that Garissa's FGM remains at a high rate of 83%.
We are facing in Garissa County is the enforcement of the law.
During a stakeholder forum in Garissa organized by the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, participants from various sectors discussed ways to end harmful cultural practices. According to the Kenya Demographic Health Survey, Garissa's FGM prevalence remains alarmingly high at 83%. Human rights defender and FGM survivor Nimo Iftin Ali says culture remained the biggest challenge in ending the practice.
We believe that women who have underwent FGM are more likely to be pure and more cleaner than the ones who have not underwent through that practice. And I believe it's us women who are perpetrating or who are pushing for that practice because we are trying to please people.
Her sentiments were echoed by Mukhtar Dahir, chair of the Garissa Human Rights Defenders Network, who cited weak enforcement of existing laws and poor accountability as key obstacles.
The problem we are facing in Garissa County is the enforcement of the law. And mostly there is a weak link between the Ngao department, that's the chiefs, and also the National Police and NPS. So we want the National Police Service and the Ngao, the chiefs, and the community leaders, Yumbakum leaders, to work together so that we can see how we can stop this practice.
Dahir noted that the practice has gradually shifted from urban to rural areas, with many parents choosing to have their daughters cut during school holidays.
This practice now is shifting from urban to rural. We have seen even currently, and the holiday is very high because schools now are closed. We We have seen girls being taken from as far as outside countries, from Nairobi, being taken to Garissa, but now these young girls are being taken to rural areas whereby they are undergoing the practice.
The Commissioner for the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, Dr. Dennis Wamalwa, called for unity among stakeholders, saying the fight cannot be won through blame games.
We have to change the mindset. It has to start with the community, then definitely from the government and all the stakeholders in the implementation of the existing laws that go against FGM. That we have to go out and talk to people and tell them that indeed this is a violation of people's health rights.
As stakeholders renew their call for a coordinated community-led approach, one message remains clear. Ending FGM and GBV in Garissa will require confronting culture head-on and empowering communities to embrace change.
So it's high time we put it to an end.
Rose Kaguku, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, governors are now calling on the national government through the Ministry of Health to urgently reconsider its directive restricting funding for deliveries at dispensaries. The leaders say the move has directly contributed to a worrying rise in maternal deaths across the country. According to data from a newly launched national dashboard on maternal and prenatal deaths, at least 924 women have lost their lives while giving birth this year, with nearly 10,000 newborns dying before their first breath. The Council of Governors, speaking in Nairobi, warned that the restriction on level 2 facilities has deprived counties of over 2.5 billion shillings, leading to more home deliveries and fewer skilled births. Governors now insist that health remains a devolved function and urging the national government to rescind the directive to safeguard the lives of mothers and newborns.
The newborn death and the mothers, maternal and perinatal, is it a disease that is known? Does it have a cure? Is the cure available? Is it affordable? Then why are they dying unless we are fools? We have to make sure that we have to work on it with the resilience of the politicians.
If you never got a chance to live when your mother was giving birth to you, you'll not be where you are. What is it that you're passing a baton to the next Kenyan to ensure that you safeguard that life of a mother? Because we say a life of a mother lost is actually a life lost. A child's death is 1 million lives lost.
Now, calls for greater inclusion of people with epilepsy and other health conditions in schools and workplaces came during the just concluded Kenya Association for the Welfare of People with Epilepsy 2-day workshop program for youth with epilepsy. The call is being made even as some individuals decry stigmatization and discrimination from society. Take a look. The 2-day mentorship program organized by the Kenya Association for the Welfare of People with Epilepsy in Nairobi sought to empower youth with epilepsy to make informed career decisions. Through expert sessions and discussions, participants were equipped with information to help them align their talents and health realities with suitable career paths.
There are some jobs that are dangerous for you to do. So how do we structure your career path to get to a point where you can actually do a comfortable job and you are able to actually understand what you can do? There's a lot of stigmatization, and therefore even employers are not exposed to what epilepsy is all about, for instance, or any other disability. So a lot of things must be done behind the scenes to make the employers aware, and the employees also understand what to do in terms when an episode occurs. What should they do? So we have a problem there. We have a problem of making these people aware and it cuts across government all the way to the private sector. We all know the 5% of people living with disabilities that should be employed by the corporate or the government sector, but none of them. You can go to a whole company and there is no one employed who is a person living with disability.
Factors of epilepsy are many, and we always summarize them as anything that will interfere with your brain function will cause epilepsy.
Epilepsy is a neurological disorder characterized by recurrent seizures and is manageable through treatment and awareness. However, stigma continues to hinder those affected from realizing their full potential.
Most of the persons within the school community still don't believe that this is a medical condition. And when these persons are having seizures within the community, they are taken as a nuisance. So most of them will be sent out of this institution. And the heads of these institutions will write letters, official letters, to send these people away, not knowing that this is illegal.
Participants shared personal experiences of stigma and misunderstanding.
I think if people just get to know what epilepsy is and get down deeply, learning into what a seizure is, get down then to knowing what to do to help, and after that learning how to live with them, learning that it's just normal, it's not like I just sat down, took alcohol or all those things and then it happened to me.
KUTV says it will continue to champion inclusive policies by working with county governments, health institutions and employers to build understanding and end workplace discrimination.
So once we do an awareness, we always realize that more people get on board. Like I can give an example of Kilifi, we went there, we did an awareness, we did everything. Then a partner came on board and we were able to start an epicare facility within the Malindi sub-county. After that, we also pitched camp in Kisii. In Kisii, we also did the same thing that we do with every other county. In Kisii, after doing all that, after the whole community seeing the impact, the Chandaria Foundation came in again, and we are now building a state-of-the-art neurological facility within Kisii, which will be started as soon as all the protocols are signed.
The mentorship program is part of KUTV's broader efforts to reduce the treatment gap for epilepsy in Kenya by strengthening healthcare delivery, sharing knowledge and partnering with county services. KUTV aims to ensure that people with epilepsy receive timely, affordable and quality care while also promoting inclusion in schools, workplaces and communities. Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV. Now let's continue. Uncertainty continues to cloud Migori County's political landscape after members of the county assembly clarified that no motion to impeach Deputy Governor Dr. Joseph Mahiri has been formally tabled before the House.
Speaking to the press in Migori, members of the county assembly dismissed reports that they were already debating the impeachment of Deputy Governor Dr. Joseph Mahiri. Kacheng Ward MCA Brian Osodo said that every MCA has a right to table any motion in the assembly, and it was the work of the MCAs to scrutinize and debate any motion brought on the floor of the House.
I want to say that each and every member has his own right, elected by the people of Migori. They have their own right to initiate a process that they feel is beneficial to the people whom they represent. And the member for Tagare is right to have that particular feeling or rather that particular opinion.
Kala Ward MCA Thomas Akongo also echoed the sentiments, saying that once the motion is tabled, they will access its merits and debate it objectively.
Kile ambacho nikasema juu ya hiyo motion hakuna, kwa vile sijaisoma, sijaiona, na being ni individual motion ya kwake ni ifaya lete, naweza nikakuwa na comment only baada ya kuileta na tuisome.
Tagare Ward MCA Moses Magwa says the impeachment motion against Migori Deputy Governor Dr. Joseph Mahiri is still on course, backed by sufficient MCA signatures, as he complies final documents and pending records from the Deputy Governor's office for tabling before the Assembly.
Hiyo process inaendelea as we speak. Niko na documents hapo, zaidi ya document 14 zenye niko nazo hapa. It's only unfortunate ya kwamba I may not share with you kwa sababu bado sijazitep officially kwa Assembly. But zimekuwa approved na speaker. Ninangoja nizisome. Actually they have also been slotted by the House Business. Document ziko na very crucial information that I need from this county government.
Mago accuses Deputy Governor Dr. Joseph Mahiri of corruption, embezzlement, and neglecting the Kuria community's interest, citing Auditor General reports showing uncounted funds for peace projects and EACC findings ranking the Deputy Governor's office as the most corrupt in Migori County.
Na nimekuwa nikipeana sababu kwa nini ninasema Mahiri must go. Of recent, jana juzi, actually to be specific on Monday, niliona kwa social media na pia watu wamenipigia simu wakisema ya kwamba nimedrop hiyo motion kwa sababu nilikutana na Deputy Governor Mahiri na akanipatia milioni 3 taslimu.
The impeachment debate now hangs in the balance as Migori MCAs await the official tabling of the motion against the Deputy Governor. Linda Nzilu, KUTV.
Now, with that report from Linda Nzilu, we will take a second break, and then on the other end, we will have the sports news ready for you. See you then. Imagine a world where you are empowered to take charge of your health, where you are well informed about the latest advancements in healthcare and understand the policies that impact your well-being. Get ready to take charge of matters your health as we bring you a blend of weekly health features that engage professionals from across various medical fields.
When do you decide as a patient, do I need to go see the doctor? We are at a stage where we are seeing all this manner of chronic illnesses and we wait until we get a disease and then is when we go ahead.
From the most mundane to the complexities that perhaps seem overwhelming, we got you covered.
In terms of the factors that might be attributed, there are hereditary factors that could be, that means it could be genetic, so that's one factor. But there are other factors as well, like nutritional deficiencies. So some vitamins such as folate have been identified to be a factor in those. So
our mission is to break down intricate health topics into understandable and actionable insights. Join me, Yvonne Kemuma, every Wednesday 9 p.m. on KUTV's News at 9, where your health is our priority.
Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo, ukakamavu wake ukatii na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke akabaini jinsi ya kuwini. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ng'ari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake nami Caroline Kimwele.
Now, England will be aiming to continue with their winning streak when they face second-placed Serbia in the World Cup qualifier at Wembley Stadium on Thursday. The Thomas Tuchel coach side had already sealed their place in the 2026 World Cup, maintaining a 100% winning record to cement top spot in Group K. At the same time, France will face off second-place Ukraine in a tightly contested Group D clash in the World Cup qualifiers at the Parc des Princes Stadium in Paris, as both teams are 2026 World Cup qualifier spots. Well, that is all the time we had for you tonight on KUTV News at 9. On the sign language interpretation was Francis Okinyi. My good name is Yvonne Kemuma. Do remember to engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya and at Kemuma _Monari. We are streaming live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya, and do catch the rest of your programming on YouTube at KUTV Kenya. That is all the time we had for you. Good night.
Mtazamaji popote ulipo, unapokuwa ukitazama Safina Show
inang'oa nanga sasa hivi. Ungana nami Albanas Mwania, nahodha wa Safina Show, nikutoe ng'ambo ya pili hadi ufuoni. Safina Show, sauti ya matumaini.
This program is rated 16. The content is restricted to only those above 16 years.